Hey, everybody. Pepper here with the wonderful Laura Franz, and we are going to talk to you guys about a little special something that we're hoping to bring you along on the adventure, right, Laura?
Oh, we are so excited. As many of you know, we did Scotland last May, and we had the most wonderful group of reading friends with us. And we just can't let go of that idea that we need to just hit the road again. So here we go.
And so, since you guys know that Laura and I, if you follow us at all on social media, you know we have a love for England, Britain, tea. um,
Oh,
yeah,
all the tea bunning is just for you, friends. We'll do the parade of Britishness in a
that's
minute.
right. We will. But so one of the things we're hoping to accomplish with this, and we really want to make sure you guys know our hearts behind it, is we're hoping to take you with us, some of you, with us on a trip to England in 2024. Now, here's the thing you need to know. The trip is only a small slice of England, and the whole goal of the trip is not to see everything. It's three main things. We're having tea, we're seeing literary sites, and we're building community. Those are the three things we hope to bring out of this trip. We're also trying to keep it as affordable as we possibly can, which is why Laura and I are not getting any money from this. We're doing it to spend time with you guys.
This is a nonprofit trip
Right.
of the best kind.
The profit is the community, right? And the
Yes.
adventure. So, so what we want you to do is we want to give you a little bit of an idea about our plans, what we hope to bring through the itinerary. We'll add a little bit of talk about what's happening in the itinerary and what you guys can do if you're interested in being put on a list of people who might want to come along with us.
Mhm.
So, Laura,
Perfect.
what's one of the places on our itinerary that what is one of the places that you're very excited to get to see?
Well, I am almost embarrassed to say it because many of you and Pepper have already been to Bath. And what is my problem? I've been to England. I went to school in England, but I never have been to Bath. And the Bath day that we have planned is so delightful. My only worry is we're not going to want to leave Bath, but that's okay. So I would say Bath. It's
Yeah.
just and it ties in. I'm writing a third Scottish novel, and some of it is in Bath. So I have to go there, right, to make it authentic.
I
So I'm
agree.
so
You have
excited.
to. This is a requirement for your novel. We are
Yes,
helping you as
required.
writers. Yes. Um,
Yeah.
so one of the things though we really hope out of this is um, to to provide a relaxed trip. So one of the things that Laura and I were really hoping to show you through an itinerary, which you'll get to see if you sign up to want to get involved with this, is that there's a whole lot of free time for you all to visit things you want to visit, but you're also going to be within a group of people a little more safely, being able to travel with us. We're going to visit main sites and then leave free time for fellowship or free time for sneaking in a few extra specific things that you want to do. Like a lot of people like to shop, and so there's time for that too. Um, so one of my favorite places I've ever been to in England is Haddon Hall. We're going to be visiting Derbyshire, and we're going to, of course, see Chatsworth, which is where the 2005 Pemberley is. But we're also going to see Haddon, which was also in the 2005 Jane Pride and Prejudice film. But I love Haddon Hall. It is beautiful. I fell in love with it off of The Princess Bride, so you'll get to see some of that. But our
Such
goal,
great history. It's
yes,
just incredible.
and it's super old, and it's fun to see the differences between Chatsworth and Haddon in the time period they were built and what's featured in those kinds of historic houses. Um, but again, you're not going to see everything. Our goal is to take you on literary visits. So we're going to have everywhere we go has some kind of literary importance. And we're
Yes,
book
St. Tia and Quill.
is right.
Yes.
and we're bookending the whole trip with high tea. So it is called the Tea and Quill Tour, and it's going to be our first one, we hope, right, Laura?
Yes, stay tuned.
That's right. We hope it'll be the first of more. We're going to see how it goes. I am so excited because Laura and I are not doing this alone. We have a wonderful team of people who are helping us figure this out. We have this amazing lady named Jenny who is he's the behind the scenes person who's going to try to help organize our stuff. So we don't have to be the one organizing all the stuff. And we have my daughter Lydia, who's going to be going along and providing historical information and kind of guiding us through why this building is important to this story, what this shows us about the time period, how it's related to the books that you guys enjoy through classics like Jane Austen or Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre, or even Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Right, Laura?
And Lydia is steeped like tea in all things British. So we are in for a treat. Plus she has that wonderful youthful vibe.
Yes. And her favorite place I think we'll be visiting is going to be Oxford, because she is a big C.S. Lewis and Tolkien fan. So you're going to get a little bit of that. We will be in our itinerary going to the Kilns, C.S. Lewis's home in Oxford, but also touring historic Oxford, which in and of itself requires much more time than we're going to have there, but at least we'll have some good time to sort of walk through the town, village, walk through the city, see the college, university, and just enjoy the whole ambiance of Oxford. It has its own magic to it.
Definitely. We could probably spend 3 hours talking about this carefully curated itinerary, and Pepper gets most of the work because she has been there and she knows what tea and quill really means, and she's brought that to life. So I think the itinerary will hopefully delight you, and just kudos to you, Pepper. You put in so much work. I'm behind the scenes kind of chattering about it to people.
Yes.
But Pepper could be a tour planner, people.
Laura's the PR person in the background saying, you really want to do this because it's just really great. And she's also an amazing encourager, because I'm like, I'll text her and I'll go like, how does this sound? Do you think we should do this? What about this? And she's like, oh, it sounds great. And so she's
Pepper probably rolls her eyes at me sometimes.
I don't know if I've ever rolled my eyes at you. You're way too sweet for that kind of behavior. Anyway, so again, this is called the Tea and Quill Tour. The plan is the first week of June 2024. So if you guys want to know more about it, are interested in learning, or are already ready to sign up, please email or message Laura or I, and we will be able to fill you in on more information. We are starting a Facebook group for those who are seriously interested. So if you feel like you are seriously interested, it doesn't mean you're not paying anything up front, nothing like that right now. All that will come out over the next couple of weeks about how to hold your spot and stuff like that. But right now, we're just trying to build a community of interested people on our private Facebook group, which we're putting together to show people the itinerary, the cost, and things like that.
And answer questions and just kind of lay the groundwork. It's kind of our landing page to fill you in.
Exactly. And now Laura has a parade of England things about that she's purchased while she's been in England that she thinks we need to see, and I have some too, to help inspire you for that English vibe.
We are so excited. We collected quite a bit of bling on our Scottish tour, and of course we've been to England before, but you don't see it. So today is the first day for the Platinum Jubilee. God rest her. Queen Elizabeth is one of my heroines. And on the last tour, we had so much fun. So I have a special Platinum Jubilee bag in which to store all kinds of giveaway items. Pepper and I love to do giveaway items on buses, planes, trains, and automobiles. So look at this giveaway item, tea at the Palace. Fresh off the press, I think it launched this spring. Then for those non-tea drinkers on tour, we have this lovely London mug giveaway item perhaps on tour. And I need to blow the dust off this one. This is my Harry and Meghan. Look at that little tiara inside there. My little Harry and Meghan. It's dusty since Mexit, so we'll just leave that right here. So we Pepper's next. Let's show us, girl, what you have.
So here, these are not prizes. These are things to help inspire you, although some of them may turn into prizes. So I have Jane Austen's little advice book, which I think we should read from. One of the important quotes of advice from the book Emma on love, which of course I have to talk about that, is this sensation of listlessness, weariness, stupidity, this disinclination to sit down and employ myself, this feeling of everything's being dull and insipid about the house, I must be in love. Which means she wasn't in love, but at that time anyway. So I have that. I have the Marrying Mr. Darcy game.
Oh,
yes. So you can, what's fun about this is that you can have activities like you get extra points for, let's see what you're going to get extra points for, Laura. You flatter your suitor. You get 2 extra points. Ooh, Laura. What else?
I can do that.
Your performance at the piano forte outshines all of your rivals. Use this card to discard a rival top reputation card.
Oh, I want to play now.
Your skill, your piano forte skills, Laura, are uncompromised. Let's see.
I actually sent that game to Sarah, who was on our last tour.
Unladylike behavior. Your rival's plot to steal your suitor fails.
Ooh, the plot thickens.
Yes, a part of the Marry Mr. Darcy. I also, one of my favorite things to show are my special salt and pepper shakers.
Oh, yes.
This is Elizabeth and Darcy. They have holes in their heads. You see?
The question is, do you really use them?
No, they sit up on my shelf because I'm afraid they'll break.
Purely ornamental.
Well,
yes.
Can you imagine shaking pepper or salt out of Mr. Darcy's head?
Shaking our favorite characters. No.
We shake them in fiction, but I don't really want to have to shake stuff out of their heads. I want them to be able to use their heads for other things. But
yes.
So those are just a few of my things. We've just had such a blast.
And our tiaras are overrated. They're just about to peel your scalp from your head. But anyway, and these are faux tiaras.
That's right. I know. But we wanted to share with you guys because we want, if you have an interest, if you have the funds, because it's all, Laura and I were talking about how our whole goal is to make this as affordable as possible and to make the price something that people could try to meet. It's still, we both were like, it's still not what we would hope, but all prices have gone up. So we've been really trying to curate the itinerary to get it down to where as close to what we think is reasonable as possible by fixing this and cutting out that and trying to add these things to help out. So for those of you who are really interested in maybe doing this with us, think the first week of June 2024. Most kids will be out of school at that point, if that's a consideration for you. I had to figure that out too because I have a graduating senior this year. And we plan to spend 8 days. It's a full trip of 10 days because you arrive on day 1 and you leave on day 10. The 8th day is the travel day the travel days in the middle, right, Laura?
It works really well, I think. It's just long enough, but it doesn't interfere with other things people have going on across the pond when they get home, hopefully. Last Scotland tour, we actually didn't even realize it, but we were in Scotland on Mother's Day. But Pepper and I celebrated and had a wonderful Georgian type tea in Edinburgh. And that was very memorable. I guess we're the mothers, so we can spoil ourselves how we want, right?
Exactly.
So,
and that was a kind of like an inspiration for this whole trip, was us sitting down and having tea like this and then talking about books. And realizing that maybe this could be something that we could pursue together for people who would want to just join in. And remember, I mean, the, one of the things that we hope to do is on these, when we're on the coach or on the bus going from different places, the whole trip isn't just a coach ride. There is a mixture of the coach ride, the tube in London, and a train to Bath. So you're having a little mixture of how you travel, but the first part of the trip is mostly on coach. And the reason we wanted to do that is because we get to spend time with you on coach while we're traveling places.
Yes.
And have time to interact with you and talk with you and give away prizes and play some games. And it's really something that our heart is to get to celebrate what we love with readers who love us and our writing. So it's really that wonderful combination.
It is. It's going to be wonderful. And Scotland proved that. Like I said, we had wonderful readers, and we know that whoever joins us, we're praying about it as we plan. And another thing I like about this tour is that we don't race from hotel to hotel. We usually spend 2 nights in every place. So you're not having to worry about repacking, you know, that takes some of the joy out of it. It's just a very thoughtful itinerary. And we've, like I said, it's carefully curated with that in mind, building community, not a frantic race through beautiful Britain or England.
And
you can do that on your own.
Exactly. You can come back another time or stay an extra week. Some people for Scotland came a week early, stayed a week later. They did touring around being there already. So that's certainly an option. But one of the other things I think would be important for you to know is that this is a faith-based trip. So Laura and I plan on having devotions with the readers who are with us. We plan on the
prayer
Sunday,
time.
Prayer time. The Sunday morning that we are there, Laura and I will be going to worship, but we're leaving that spot free, open for those who want to visit a church in London, because we'll be in London for Sunday morning. And so we really want to make sure our focus stays with what is at the heart of all of our stories in our lives, is our relationship with Christ. So that is not going to be beat over your head or anything, but we do want to make it a part of what we do, kind of like we do with our books. It's not a beat you over the head kind of faith thing in our books. It's a part of what we do and how we write. And that's kind of the feel we want this trip to have as well.
Just an organic feeling to that, faith-based, right? Yep.
So here is your call to action. If you guys are interested in learning more about this, message Laura or I, or both, Laura and me. Laura, what is the grammar on that?
We're both I always wonder.
We're both Appalachian. This doesn't work well for that grammar thing.
Yeah, anyway. We speak Appalachian.
Email us or private message us, and we can put you in on the group, the Facebook group that we started, and you can learn more about it there. Cost, actual time frame, what your responsibilities will be financially, and learn more about what we hope to accomplish. So let us know. We're very excited.
That's wonderful. Yeah. We are. We hope you can join us, and we're praying and are so excited. Thank you.
Tally ho.